Yeah, check it. Listen up, we're making noise. Strictly Sports Podcast, bringing all the toys. We wise, Malls, and Trigger. We the three wise men. Dropping knowledge, breaking records. It's our mission, man. From the field to the court, we cover it all. No topic too big, no team too small. We analyze, we debate, we bring that heat. Strictly Sports crew taking over the beat.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Strictly Sports. I'm B Wise. I can't do it. Whichever one of y'all want to introduce.
I'm Trigger.
Why you doing that, man?
I'm introducing myself.
Does Jeezy Auntie got any leftover yams? It's crazy. Who do you think you are? I am. How we doing today, fellas?
Can't complain, man.
I can.
Well, we got the Trigger rant coming up, but let's
I'm
get
about to
to
say, Trigger look like he got a little mini fro growing over there.
I saw, yeah. He got that Jonathan Majors joint. Hey, look at how good.
Oh, hold on, they about to make the pick.
Oh, okay, it's on. Oh, NBA draft. Dang, y'all, we just talking. All right, man, I'm sorry.
It's Cooper Flag, yep. That's gonna be a tough team, man. If Cooper Flag, I mean, not the upcoming season, but the 26-27 season. If AD's healthy, ooh, I like it.
AD, Kyrie.
Kyrie got that
They
money.
can stay injury free, man. They will be a tough out.
I'm just excited about the NBA.
I haven't been this excited since Kawhi Leonard signed with the Lakers and AD signed with the summer 2019 when they had all those big moves. I think that's the same KD left and all that.
Like, I am excited about next year's NBA.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a good one.
Well, until somebody make a move, I'm not excited about it.
What's going on, Lady Ray? How you doing? We're back. Yes.
Shout out
Back.
to you, Lady Ray.
All right, but let's get into it. We don't got in the structure tonight, folks. We just gonna be talking. You gonna get it. This is the first episode of Sometimes Sports, and we never know what we may go into. So, here we go. I do have this though. Mouse message. What happened to rap? Go ahead, brother.
Man, what has happened to the genre I love we call rap or hip hop? Like, I don't even listen to the radio that much anymore. I happen to turn on the radio for the first time in like years. Apparently, there's a song called "What the Helly." This nigga said "What the Helly" in the whole song. That's all he said for 3 minutes. He said "What the Helly," then he started naming NBA players. Like, what is going on with rap now? Like, you don't even have to have talent anymore. As long as you have a good beat, that's pretty much it. Like, what have to happen to lyricism and telling a story? Like, I am disappointed. I see why, like, my dad, they say, what is this shit I'm listening to? I can't even argue no more. Like, what has happened to rap music?
I'm gonna give you a little pushback because there's some lyrics. What was it? It's finger in the butt.
Whoa.
What did Wayne say? Wayne said something like that. And if you go back, hey, what's up? So how you doing, brother? Hey, this is sometimes Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to throw the y'all see the Memorial Day.
Just don't spoil like that. Man, tell me your real name, man. Bobo Ibrahim, man. Bobo Ibrahim in the building, man.
I don't none of these new rappers. Anything after J. Cole, Big Sean, Whale, and Kendrick, I don't really acknowledge. Yeah. You out here false
I just heard that
advertising.
on the radio.
Hey, look, look at the title. The title says Sometimes Sports Conversations.
Hey.
Sometimes Sports. The title says Sometimes Sports.
Soul Force. Don't worry, we gonna get into it. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gonna get there. Who is that? Virginia for? Are you promoting candidates on the street? Hey, come on, man. We getting paid up. Come on, Trigger.
No, ain't nobody voting nothing.
You got the cup.
He can't put down the cup.
How you doing, no? How you doing, so? All
So,
right, Miles said what happened to rap, man. Maybe rap always been like that. We just getting old, man. I be looking at stuff like, dang, that's what they, like you said, that's what they used to be talking about.
Be wise. The man said,
You're
"What
doing
the
good,
hell?"
brother.
For 3 minutes, bro. That ain't a song.
I mean,
Apparently, it is a song.
hot. He said hot.
It
Yeah,
is
yeah,
hot,
it's hot.
man.
It's hot.
Y'all drink y'all water out there, man. Cause ooh,
Yeah. We
I
just
drank
got
at
back
least
from a bike
about
ride.
7 bottles of water and like 4 bottles of Gatorade today. But yeah, that's
Hey,
it. That's all I had.
they giving y'all free Gatorade at least.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say we're gonna have to write some letters. All right, let me see. I got some wise words. You're not stuck. You're building. Measure faithfulness, not speed. Measure alignment, not applause. Your pace isn't punishment. It's preparation. Keep moving. You're right on time. So
Well, what the hell?
you like it stuck in your head though. So it did what it needed to do. It did what it needed to do. All right. We got a trigger rant on YouTube TV. I'm sorry, I said YouTube TV, just YouTube. The Yankees and specifically Volpe. So go ahead, Trigger.
All right. Well, yeah. First things first, man. I know a lot of people out there probably feel the same way I do. They just afraid to come in and voice their opinion, but that's what I'm here for. So, one thing I want to get off my chest that's been bothering me recently is trying to watch YouTube videos. Now I get everything costs nowadays. Everyone's trying to make money, so they throw a bunch of ads on their videos. But how much is enough? Like, I'm trying to watch a short video, and every 2 seconds it's stopping because there's an ad that got to play, and I can't skip it. Like, what is really going on? Like, I remember a time where I could get on YouTube and watch a video from start to finish without being interrupted. Like, I'm voting for the person who brings that back. Damn all the other stuff. I want my YouTube videos back where I can watch in peace without getting interrupted and being forced to watch ads that I don't care about. But that's all I got about the YouTube thing. As far as New York Yankees go, Anthony Volpe
Appreciate the
is
cheer, Lady Ray.
I don't understand like how this guy still is playing shortstop, starting shortstop for the Yankees. I mean, watching him play, you know, I have no confidence in him on either side of the ball. Batting, he's terrible at the plate. He strikes out, he grounds out, flies out more than anybody on the roster right now. And for him to still be batting 233 is like how how is your average still almost like average across the board, and you absolutely give us nothing at the plate. And then when it comes to defense, I'm so sick and tired of this man bobble the baseball every time it comes this way. Like he has a chance to turn an easy double play or catch and tag or just field the ball. When he goes to take that ball out of his glove into his hand, he's fumbling it, losing it, and allowing guys to reach when it should be an easy out or easy double play. Like he's done that several times. He leads all shortstops in the American League in errors this year. He's third overall among shortstops. The only two ahead of him are Ellie De La Cruz, who I'm watching right now,
Appreciate the lurk,
and
so
Willie Adames from the San Francisco Giants. They're the only ones that have more errors than he does at the shortstop position. But he's only three behind the person that leads the majors in errors when it comes to fielding. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the Yankees do. There is a prospect coming up in the farm system named George Lombard Jr. I got a chance to watch him play during spring training, and he's only 19 years old, and he's going to be it. He's going to be it. I think in about 2 years, he will be MLB main roster ready. So Volpe, look out. It's your job. If the Yankees, which I'm not expecting them to do, they're not going to trade him. They're going to keep riding him. They're going to keep making excuses for him. They're going to keep finding ways to put him in the lineup when he needs to be on the bench somewhere, at least a couple games. Let the man like regroup or something, then bring him back. Y'all just keep running him out there. He ain't giving us nothing on any side of the ball. Every time he comes to the plate, it's an automatic out. When he's out in the outfield, I can't trust him to make easy double plays and easy outs. So you better watch your back because George Lombard Jr. is coming. That man is, at 19 years old, I can see it already. So we'll see what happens in a couple of years, where Volpe is and what they're going to do with George Lombard Jr. Um, but right now, you got to get together. Like we thought, Gleyber Torres, getting rid of him or not bringing him back because he led all second basemen in errors. He's one of the worst second basemen in baseball last year when it came to defense, even though he was hitting at the plate, but defensively he wasn't great. He's having a great year in Detroit, both offensively and defensively. And we thought we solved all our issues at shortstop, which we have. We haven't had much. I'm sorry, second base, not shortstop. We thought we solved all our issues at second base this year by getting them out of there because we've had good production from Jazz Chisholm when he was playing in that spot, and now DJ LeMahieu because Jazz Chisholm got moved back to third. Um, Now our issues are at shortstop. It's on the other side of the second base. So I don't know, but he better be careful. He better watch his back. And he better start hitting and fielding like he's supposed to soon. Because right now, some of his errors and some of his play at the plate has cost the Yankees some games. And as the Yankees as a whole, the Yankees are going through a really big slump right now. They cannot. Yeah, we need a third baseman. And God damn it. I just said it. You can't script it. You can't script it. But the Yankees playing against some bad teams, and they are losing a lot of games to some very, very bad teams. They're making these teams look like World Series contenders, and they're not. Not even close. Like we got swept by the Red Sox, who were under 500 when we played. They were still under 500 when we got swept. We lost 5 out of 6 to them this month. We lost 3 out of 4 to the Angels. The Angels.
In the outfield.
And we're currently in a series right now with the Cincinnati Reds. This is the last game of the series. And the Yankees have lost already the first 2 games. They gave away the game last night. They had a 3-0 lead going into the 7th. And our middle reliever, Jonathan Loizaga, gave the game away. Gave 3 runs in the 7th inning. The bottom of the 7th inning, tied the game up, and the Yankees went on to extras and lost. Aaron Judge.
I'ma leave the door open.
I need to word this carefully because I still think he's great. But when you got the bases loaded and the 10th in extras and your team needs a run and you hit a weak ass pop up in the infield. Exactly what you said. You ain't got to call. You ain't got to try to hide it. That's exactly what it was. A choke job. Like he's done it so many times this year. Every time he comes up when we need a run, when we need him to get a hit. Here as of late, he's not been able to deliver. He hasn't. He just hasn't. All the home runs he's hitting solo shots. They ain't doing no damage. These guys pitching to Aaron Judge, like it no matter what they do, you're gonna strike him out. He's gonna strike out. He's not gonna make you pay. He's just not right now. Like all his damage is coming when the game is either out of reach or when it's meaningless. That's the truth.
Right.
So he done already turned into October Judge, and we ain't even got to the postseason yet. But hey, I'd rather them struggle early than late. So the Yankees hit a skid this time last year, and it's crazy because we went into last year now, and this year is the second year in a row. Last year, early June, we had a series against the Kansas City Royals. And the Yankees won that series. After that series against the Royals, they played some of the worst baseball of the year last year from about mid-June all the way into August, like late August. They were struggling big time. And same thing happened this year. Beginning of June, we had a series against the Royals. The Yankees swept them. And right after that, they started playing some of the worst baseball that they have played all season. It has literally been identical 2 years in a row. Every time after we play the Royals in June, they go on a slump. The whole team. Now, the pitching, I can't say the pitching has not been terrible. Like, we have not been giving up big numbers in all these games. Like, we have been in these games. It has been mostly on the offense and guys coming up to the plate and not scoring runners in scoring position. Like, we had situations where we got 2 dudes on base, a man on first and on second with no outs, and then we end up not scoring. We got runners on the corner with no outs and we don't score. We got the bases loaded with no outs and we only score 1 run. Like, guys, come on. The Dodgers, the Mets, the Padres, the Giants, the Cubs, Detroit Lions, not the Lions, the Tigers. All of these teams, when they got guys in scoring positions and they need to score, they are getting it done. The Yankees are the only top team in baseball where we get runners in scoring position religiously and they go over. Can't nobody get a hit. This game I'm watching right now, 2 innings in a row, we started off with a leadoff double and we don't score. 2 innings in a row, we start off with a man on second base and no outs and we don't score. Already in scoring position and we don't score. How? In extra innings. For the life of me, I don't understand it. You got the ghost runner rule.
What's up,
Why don't y'all
Ethos?
use that to your advantage? You and extras, you got a ghost runner. Why not bunt the ball? Why not bunt the ball? Get the man to third. You got guys coming to the plate trying to swing for the fences, end up getting her out. Now, if we try to bunt, we get a second out, and the next guy comes up. The pressure's on him to bring the guy in home. Like that first batter that comes up in the extra innings, and we got a man on second base. Your sole purpose needs to be to move the runner to third. Just move him to third. Man, just play smart baseball. Stop trying to do too much. But time and time again, these guys come up to the plate and they're trying to hit and trying to swing and swinging that stuff out the zone and striking themselves out when the pitcher's not even working that hard to get them. The ball's off the plate. The ball's 2 feet off the plate. What you swinging at it for? Just play simple baseball. Move the runner. You're not trying to put up a big number. You're just trying to score. And then come out and play defense, and then you win the game. They make things so much harder on themselves. And boom, Rodon was dealing last night. He was dealing. When we had that 3-0 lead in the seventh, he was dealing. And you pulled the man out with still 80 pitches on. Like, for what? Let him go another inning. You want your starters to go pitch 6, 7 innings to make life easier on your bullpen? Let the man go out there and continue to deal. If you leave him in the seventh, they do not score those 3 runs and win that game. That is what the Yankees lost the game last night. Even then, they still had opportunities afterwards to win, and they shit the bed because they can't manufacture runs and extra innings on the road. They're the worst team in baseball at doing so this year.
Let the boys play. That's what went through my head when you said that.
But anywho, I was mistaken when I said the Yankees were a good baseball team a week or so ago after that Royals series. I was mistaken when I said that because good teams score runners in scoring position. Good teams play smart baseball and extra innings. Good teams, their superstar players, deliver in meaningful moments, not meaningless moments. Aaron Judge, do you hear me? All the other teams are doing it. Ohtani is doing it. Gleyber Torres and all those guys and the Tigers are doing it. Willie Adames, Rafael Devers, ain't take long for him to get over there in San Fran and start doing what he does. Fits in nicely. Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, doing it for the Padres. New York, what you doing? Like the Mets, Juan Soto, who's been playing excellent as of late. Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, probably arguably the best shortstop in all of baseball. Doing it consistently. Where you at, Volpe? Where you at, Judge? Goldsmith in a slump. Can't hit anything. Chisholm's been playing great. I can't say nothing bad about him. Chisholm's been carrying his team, honestly. If you want my real opinion. When it comes to offense, that man, since he's come back off the injured list, he is probably hitting the best out of all the Yankees. That includes Aaron Judge. So shout out to Jazz Chisholm, who's at the plate right now. With 2 runners on and no outs. And the man is playing third base, a position that he's not naturally good at, but yet he's over there holding it down. Well, all I can say, all I have to say about the Yankees now is that y'all better go and get big moves at the deadline. Big moves. Go get another bat. Preferably somebody who actually plays third base so we can move Jazz back to second where he plays better. He plays good at third, but he's better at second. So go out, get a good bat, to play third. Suarez from the Diamondbacks, I'm hearing, is an option. Matt Chapman from the Giants, I'm hearing, could be a potential option. Nolan Arenado, we talked about before, could be a potential option. Those are three guys that are linked to the Yankees right now at third base. A former Yankee, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who plays for the Pirates right now and is killing it, is also looked at as a potential option for third. Starting pitchers, I'm hoping and praying that they can somehow go get Freddie Peralta from the Brewers. If not, Mackenzie Gore, strikeout, the guy who can get some swing and misses. He's second in the league last time I checked in strikeouts behind Garrett Crochet, plays for the Red Sox. Sandy Alcantara from Miami. There was another name out there, I believe, but somebody, go get a starter. Go get a starter. We need another starting lineup behind Fried and behind Rodon to solidify this pitching staff. And then we probably could use an arm or two in the bullpen. Because our bullpen, so up and down. Devin Williams has been a lot better, I can't say. Since he's been moved to that middle reliever role, and he got the closing role back when Luke Weaver got hurt, and he's been doing very well. He came in last night. He was able to keep the Reds from scoring in the bottom of the ninth after we gave up a 3-0 lead and sent the game into extras. So he did his job, and he continued to do his job. And he's looking a lot better and a lot more comfortable at the plate when he's coming in the 8th and the 9th innings now. However, we could still use another arm or two, and especially some guys who can come in and get some strikeouts. A lot of our guys in the bullpen now, they're getting hit. They're contact hitters. They're manufacturing outs through contact, ground balls and fly balls. They're not striking guys out. We need some relievers to come in and get some swing and miss action. The only one we really got in the bullpen that gets swing and miss, outside of Devin Williams, who's a closer, is Fernando Cruz, who we picked up in the trade from the Cincinnati Reds. He's been great. I love me some Fernando Cruz. He's a great strikeout artist. And then Mark Leiter Jr., when he's on, he strikes out guys out too. But he's so up and down. So the Yankees can use some more bullpen help. So if they can go get some bullpen pieces, another bat to put in the lineup, preferably a third baseman, and another starting pitcher, then we could talk about them being an elite team. But for right now, they're just treading water. That's all I got about the game.
Trigger has taken us from the Trigger rant to the Yankees in June. Shout out to the Boston Red Sox for always beating the Yankees, because no matter what, we beat the Yankees. I mean they.
Everybody in the American League East this year is the Yankees is actually under 500 against the division this year.
Ooh, don't worry, it's the Yankees in June, so they'll be back. They'll be in the World Series before you know it, Trigger.
Well, that's what happened last year. They had this slump that lasted from mid-June all the way to the end of August, and they made it to the World Series. So,
All right, let's get into this NBA Finals. Miles, what's your thoughts on the NBA Finals champion Oklahoma City Thunder?
I thought the NBA Finals was not good. I thought it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, Outside of the last pick, I predicted every game. I said, each team would, split, the two back-to-back home games. They would lose a home game and win one. Had OKC winning game 5, Indy winning game 6. I had Indy winning game 7, so that was the only one I got wrong. But the basketball guys, man, they did us dirty, man. They did us dirty. That could have been one of the greatest game 7s of all time. I'm not saying Indy would have won it, but if Tyrese did not get hurt, I think we would have had one of the best game 7s of all time. When he got hurt, I just knew, okay, it's just not meant to be. Now, we have to really start taking calf strains more seriously.
Yep.
If you get a calf strain, and they did say, Brian Windhorst did say, if this was a regular season, he would be out for 2 weeks. But, Game 6 of the NBA Finals, who's going to sit out? Who's not going to take that risk? Trigger, you're a hooper. I'm pretty sure you can take that risk. Just a wrist, unfortunately, didn't work out. But OKC, they shocked me because I'm like, y'all should be dominating them after Tyrese got hurt. Third quarter, OKC's a good third quarter team, so they finally pulled it out. But just Indy, Miles Turner didn't show up. Nimhart didn't show up. Naismith didn't show up. TJ McConnell, he showed up, but at the end of the day, TJ's a backup for a reason. He brings great energy, but he turns the ball over way too much. Like Trigger said, he played like he in the 1960s. But
Heck yeah, man. Ain't nothing about his game look modern at all. Even the
yeah,
way he shoot the ball, man. He shoots like somebody playing in the '60s.
yeah, and that's
Like there's
another thing.
like no kind of form. He just jumps and just kind of throws it at the basket. Like
Yeah, and his
I don't know.
shooting release
It
takes
just
forever.
just
It's
looks
like,
weird.
damn, you still got the ball in your hand,
But
but
he gets it off though. I mean, he was
he gets it off. But he's a backup for a reason. Yeah, he played good
yeah.
minutes, but he turned. I mean, you can see he turns the ball over when you really, really, really. When he's up against a great defender, he will turn the ball over. He had 4 turnovers in Game 6, which it didn't hurt because they were up by 30. But Game 7, I think he had 9. Um, just can't have that. But the basketball guys, man, they did us dirty. We probably would have had one of the greatest games of all time if Tyrese would have stayed in it. But shout out to OKC, they won it. SGA did his thing. Chet did his thing defensively, even though he's gonna have to gain weight in the summer. He is getting bullied on the boards.
Pascal.
Um, he gonna.
You said Pascal?
No. Chet, he's gonna have to get
Oh
bigger.
yeah, 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 yeah,
He's
yeah,
getting
yeah,
bullied,
yeah.
man. Jalen Williams did his thing. So, shout out to OKC, man. They won 68 games. They should have been the favorites. I think they had the third most wins all time, total wins in NBA history. In the season. Um, shout out to Oklahoma City. Y'all deserve it. Sam Presti, he's a great general manager. He couldn't get it done in the early years, but he just kept working. He kept working. He kept working. I don't know how the fuck they keep getting all this draft capital. They got 5 fucking picks this year. I still don't understand. What's going on?
It sounds like you're underwater. It might be me. I don't know if it's me.
Okay, hear me now?
There you go.
Okay. Sam Presti, I don't know what he's doing to get all these picks. He's got 5 picks this year. How do you win the championship and
Well,
get 5 fucking picks?
he did all of that in the past when they were rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
built the championship and now I'm about to benefit
and
from.
Yep.
shout out to Paul George because without Paul George, this wouldn't have been happening.
Yep.
Shout out to the
So
LA. Shout
all
out to the
those
LA
deals.
Clippers, man, because that was a fucked up trade y'all did right there.
Yeah, all
Y'all
those
got.
deals came back and they're reaping the benefits of it now.
Yep. So, um, OKC did the thing. Shea Gil SGA. I don't think anybody saw this from him coming into the league.
Mm-mm.
I didn't, but he worked hard. You got to get better from shooting threes, and he's another one that got a funky shot. But um, he's the Mister Pull Up Jumper. So he gets to the foul line. He plays good defense. Just work on that 3-point shot, and you may be the best player in the NBA. Not next year. In the next year.
He is the best player in the NBA.
He had the best season, but I don't think he's the best player. Me personally,
That's
I mean
fair.
he's on a great team. He is on a great team. A great team.
You're right about Chat. Chat gonna either have to be a 7-footer or play like KD.
Yeah.
You gonna have to choose which one you want to be.
Well, I can't remember. I think it was Game 5, and he was going up for a rebound, and Neesmith just lightly touched him, and the motherfucker went flying 5 feet. I'm like, God damn, like do some push-ups or something. But
They do.
Hi, Bernie Mac.
yeah, so I just like their depth, and I like what they bring to the NBA, man. One superstar, no super team. One superstar, one all-star.
You can't. Chat ain't a superstar.
What?
He drafted #1, won't he?
Okay.
No, he's not a superstar.
Oh, he's not a super. He's not
Won't he
even an
drafted #1
all-star.
overall?
He's
Don't
okay. What that
matter.
mean?
Anthony Bennett was drafted number one
Yeah,
overall. Where
Anthony
he at?
Bennett,
And he was the
Markel
heir
Fultz.
apparent to LeBron.
Andrew Wiggins was drafted number one overall. Did he have an
And he was
All-Star
the
year
heir
this year?
apparent to LeBron.
Markel Fultz. No, just because you number one don't mean
As
nothing.
He was a superstar in Philly. He just couldn't shoot.
Lonzo Ball drafted number one.
He was two.
Nah,
He was behind Markel Fultz.
he ain't behind Markel Fultz.
Damn, the
Ben
first
Simmons.
two.
Superstar.
Ben Simmons could have been a superstar. He lost his confidence. And he never learned how to shoot. Yeah, Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
He could have been the real deal. But yeah, that's all I got. But basketball guys, y'all fucked us on that one, man.
And to the people out there that's saying this finals was rigged, tell me how you rig an Achilles injury. I'm sick and tired of it, man. People can't just sit back and enjoy the game without having to feel like it's rigged. Why? Because the results that you wanted didn't happen. We done talked about it. For the people who wanted OKC to win, all the OKC fans, how many of them people are saying that the finals is rigged right now?
None of the 354 of them.
Exactly. Nobody. Nobody who was rooting for OKC is saying it's rigged. Everybody who's rooting for Indiana is saying it's rigged, including Tyrese Halliburton's injury. Like, come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these guys work way too hard and go through way too much during their lifetime to make it to the NBA just for somebody to be like, hey, we're going to have you do this and have this happen, and we're going to follow a script. Because if that's the case, then we need to anybody can make the league, right? Why are they just drafting these guys who can play really, really good at basketball and have them go up against each other if we just going to decide what the outcome's going to be anyway? What sense does that make? You know how many working pieces has got to be involved outside of just the players on the court to make something go the way they want it to go if they wanted to rig the game?
And you could also see the injury. You could see his
clear as day could see the injury.
Yeah.
You could clear as day. The same thing we saw when Kevin Durant did it in the finals against the Toronto Raptors years ago.
Yeah.
It's the same injury. The Achilles injuries are all the same. No matter how you try to slice it, it won't no artificial intelligence or nothing. You cannot script that. So all the dummies out there that was mad that the Pacers ain't win, no, it was not scripted.
Hallie was going off too when he got hurt, man.
He was going off. That's what I'm saying,
yes,
man.
he was going off.
I'm not saying they would have won, but it would have came down to
they was
final.
up though. Indy was about to put their foot on them.
Well, I ain't gonna say that because OKC is a great. Most great teams have a crazy run in the third quarter. You see that all the time. But I think Indy would have, they would have held their own, and it would have came down to the fourth quarter. I don't know, man. It could have been all time great. It could have been an all time great. I do know. I'll say that for the next.
I think this was the best thing for the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. Real quick. Shout out to motherfucking Max Fried.
Why y'all cussing so much?
He is a stud, man. He is a stud, man. I love this man. Hey, Atlanta Braves.
You was just cussing this team out.
Did you hear me cuss out Max Fried?
You cussed out the Yankees as an organization.
Hold up. I didn't cuss out Max Fried, and I said the pitching has been good. Did I not?
You did.
I didn't say nothing bad about the pitching, other than the bullpen they needed more swing and miss. That's it. That's all I said. Max Fried is that dude. He is that dude. He is a stud.
Hey, big head. It's going to run. Hey, big head.
No, only if I praised Volpe just now. Yes, you can say, hey, big head, but I had nothing bad to say about Max Fried. Max Fried is one of the very few things that is going right with the Yankees this year.
Hey, Mouse, wait till that first clip of George Pickens catching a deep ball from Dak Prescott in training camp.
Training camp? Time out. Hold up. Ain't nobody getting excited about training camp. I want to see him do that on Thursday night against the Eagles in Philly for a touchdown. Then I'm going to blow it up. Absolutely, I will.
Man, shout out to
And
Dallas.
again, when he was in Georgia, that was not an issue with him dropping passes. Like, he was a great receiver at Georgia. But he just had this stretch in Pittsburgh where he just couldn't catch the ball for whatever reason. I don't know. The man's played with a bunch of quarterbacks since he's been in the league, so maybe that's an issue.
Could be.
Who knows? But yeah, I'm rooting for him. He's a Cowboy now. Like, yeah, come on. Saw Amari Cooper, same thing. He came over, leading the league in drops, and he played with Dak Prescott, and that wasn't an issue anymore. So, hey, that's a
You
fact.
said shout out Dallas
That's a
Mouth.
fact.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say shout out to Dallas, man. They schedule. They got the opening game, and then they played Kansas City on Thanksgiving, and then they got the Commanders on Christmas. But we're gonna talk about Christmas. Are we talking about KD next?
Sure.
Oh yeah, we can go ahead.
Yeah. So Houston traded for KD. They got and Phoenix got Jalen Green and what the 10th pick and 5 second-round picks.
Yep, 5 seconds.
I guess I don't know how Phoenix didn't try to get Amen Thompson, which I kind of know because they wanted to get rid of KD. Houston knew they wanted to get rid of KD, so they're like, look, either you take it or leave it. So Houston had all the leverage. KD,
Miles, can I interject?
what's
If
up?
that's the case, why didn't Miami do the same thing?
I don't know.
Trigger. Like that's what I'm saying. If they didn't give up Amen, so why am I giving up Ware or Yami Yakas? But go ahead, Miles. We'll talk about that.
I mean, yeah, but if you're Houston though, I mean, if you're Phoenix, do you want them? Do you want whoever those? I would take Jalen Green over whoever those teams.
That's true. That is true. That is
Um,
true.
but KD,
You're 30. He'll be 37 in September. You got to win, man. You have got to win. This would
gotta
be
win.
what his 15. OKC,
Golden
Golden
State,
State, Brooklyn, Phoenix. Yeah, this is your 15, man. And you, outside of that Golden State, you haven't come close to winning. And yeah, you did. Was it 2021 where his foot was on the line?
Yeah.
That game 7. All right, I give you that. But outside of that, man, you have came up short. You got to win. There's no excuse. You got your head coach. You got a great team. You got a great wingman and Amen Thompson. Big good
Sangoon.
Sengun. Fred Bleak signed a 2-year extension. You got Jabari Smith Jr. Like, you have a squad. You have a great defensive team. All they needed was a score. And that's where you come in. Now, hopefully he'll stay healthy. He's actually played better since his Achilles injury, which is just crazy,
Yeah, that just speaks to how much of a freak he is, man. Like
Yeah.
people forget. I forget sometimes he even towards Achilles because how great he's been.
Right. He averaged, 26 last year. He shot 50% from the field, 40 from 3, and 90 from the free throw line, which is absurd.
Yep, and
You got to
Jason
deliver,
Tatum.
man. And
And
to the
Jason,
NBA out there, Christmas Day, 5:30. It better be the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Come on. That's the game we need. Not 8 o'clock, because Dallas and the Commanders play 8 o'clock, so they're going to take that slot.
Would I do that?
Huh?
Would you do that over LeBron, Luka, and then Cooper, Flag, and AD?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And yes, 3 times on Sunday. Yes. Yes, yes.
I was going to say Jason Tatum. To go back to Kevin Durant's Achilles injury, Jason Tatum supposedly went and saw the same surgeon that fixed KD's Achilles. So we'll see if Jason Tatum plays better or at least able to do what he was doing prior to.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jason Tatum, he kind of does more. He brings the ball up to the court. He handles the ball more. He plays a little bit more defense, but yeah, well, it's interesting to see. But I'm excited. The West is going to be loaded next year. If the Dallas Mavericks can stay healthy, they're in the hunt. You got Houston, you got OKC.
You got Minnesota. Boy, Denver, you can never knock Denver out. And the West will be loaded. But right now, how can you not say Houston's the favorite with that team and that coach?
Yeah, they were up there, and they were up there without KD. And I think I said it on this podcast. We were talking about it. I was like, if Houston can go get a KD, because we talked about KD possibly being available, or more than likely is going to be available this summer. And I think I remember saying if KD were to get to Houston, that's literally all they need to put themselves, to catapult themselves into the championship picture, because they were the number 2 seed in the West this year without him. And they essentially had the same team. I think, losing Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks and getting KD back, like, I don't think they lost much to gain a KD. I think they're still going to be just as tough. They re-signed Fred VanVleet to a 2-year extension earlier today, so he'll be back. Amen Thompson's going to be there. We saw the potential and the type of things he can do late in games. And now you bring in a scorer and a veteran presence, a guy who's been there, done that, won a championship or two, won some finals MVPs, a league MVP, former league MVP, and Kevin Durant. And you're watching him come in, or you're going to watch him come in this year and absolutely lift that team and take them to new heights. And with you, Ume Udoka signing that contract extension, long term being there, very, very good coach. Like, they really have a chance next year. They really do. The Spurs will be in the mix if Wemby and De'Aaron Fox can be healthy. And they just drafted Dylan Harper, the guy that they were aiming for with that second pick. So they're going to be a nice, young, formidable team. And like I said, all other teams, Cooper Flag going to the Mavs, and same thing with the Spurs. If Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving come back healthy, they're going to be a threat. So all the Texas teams are going to be good next year. Football, basketball, baseball right now, well, really it's the Astros, and you really get a bunch of the Rangers. And then I think the Dallas Stars, the hockey team, made a deep playoff run. So all the major sports teams in Texas right now, all the cities, hey, big ups. They really doing it. They got a lot to cheer for in those cities for this year and this upcoming season for the NFL and the NBA. But yeah, we already talked about the rest are going to be loading everything. I want to get to the Miami Heat though, because this is the 4th time now they've missed out on Kevin Durant. I'm not upset this time as I was the last 3 times prior, because again, Miami is very tight right now when it comes to the cap and resources. Like, they just don't have a lot. And every superstar player that becomes available, Miami has failed to get, when it comes to at least trades, because it's been tough for us to get guys, because they just never have the packages to compete with other teams. Other teams just have better offers than what we can give them. And that's just a shame, because I guess not the Yankees, the Heat. I don't know where all their picks and their capital and all that stuff went, because it's like, is this still from like when we brought in LeBron and Bosh and all those guys? Like, we were able to go out and get Jimmy. So like, what happened with all those picks and stuff all those years when we, before Jimmy got there and after Jimmy was there? Because it wasn't like we were getting star players every year, So I don't know, man. It's a question, but I know that if we would have signed KD and gave up, 3 or 4 of our, role players for him, KD goes to Miami. Yes, offensively that makes us better. Him, Tyler Hero, that's a lot of offense right there between 2 guys. You got a good defender in Bam, but like, what about the supporting cast? Like, KD was already on a team where he didn't have much of a supporting cast and didn't have a point guard. So while, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker look good on paper, I mean, there wasn't really much around them. And that's why the project didn't work out in Phoenix. So you bring them to Miami to essentially be in the same situation just about, because once we get them, we're not going to be able to compete next summer or have the capital to go out next summer and sign somebody. If you get them this year, we're very limited in putting pieces around him to replace all the pieces we traded away to get him. So, like, it's almost like, it's a blessing in disguise that Miami did not get a Kevin Durant in a trade this year, because it would have messed us up even more going ahead in the future. So, I mean, I like, the backup plans, Jonathan Kuminga, they rumored DeMar DeRozan being another name in the mix. But right now, I've just seen Jonathan Kuminga's name all over headlines when I was doing a little research earlier. And even though Jonathan Kuminga is a free agent, he's a restricted free agent. And for Miami to get him, they can make an offer for him. But the Golden State Warriors, if they want to keep him, they can they can match the offer sheet to keep Kaminga, or will probably be more beneficial is if the teams did a sign and trade for Kaminga instead. I don't know what Miami would, or what that would look like, or how much Miami would have to give up to land a Kaminga. But my guess is it probably wouldn't be as much as they would have had to give up for KD or anybody of that caliber. I would be surprised if Miami has to give up a bunch of draft capital and a couple of players to land Jonathan Kuminga, especially considering how his value decreased in the playoffs. The man hardly played because Jimmy Butler was there, and Jimmy Butler got all the minutes. Even after Steph Curry went out, it was still the offense and everything was ran through Jimmy Butler, and that took the ball out of Kuminga's hands a little bit more. But I think Kuminga will be a better fit in Miami because he'll be a go-to guy. Like Tyler Hero, he gives us offense and all that, but like I don't really trust him. He's not super as athletic as Kuminga. Kuminga can get to the rim, he can finish, and dunk on some guys in the paint. He can hit free throws. He's a decent 3-point shooter, not as good as Hero, but he's a decent 3-point shooter. He shot it very well in the playoffs. He's 42% in the playoffs this year in a little bit of time that he did get. And he averaged, I think, 22 points. So, I mean, we'll take that. Like that's good offense right there. That's another offensive bucket. I feel like he has a steadier jump shot, and he's more consistent than Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy Butler has a bit better killer instinct though, and like when it comes to when he wants to take over a game, I don't know if Kuminga has that in him, but we'll see. But I do like Kuminga for the upside and the potential. I like the age, the youth. He fits right in with Bam and Tyler on their timeline, so we can build around those three guys who have a nice young core. A lot of three guys that are in their prime and are ready to compete in a weakened Eastern Conference. I'm not saying Kuminga is all we need to get over the hump, but we can get Kuminga and focus the offense around him, and then we can go get some more players to bring in. Like I said, Brook Lopez. Maybe Miami can go out there and try to trade for Derek White if they can. Those two guys alone adding to our roster, like that's a huge lift right there. Like we see the Indiana Pacers, what that team looked like, how they made it to the finals. We see the OKC Thunder, what that team looked like, how they made it to the finals. And the team before them, the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, and over the New York Knicks in the East and the Eastern Conference Finals. Like none of those teams had 2 or 3 superstar players on each team. There was one superstar player, maybe another superstar player or star player, and the rest of the team was a bunch of guys that just played their roles really, really well. Like the recipe is right there. You don't have to have a super team to win a championship. OKC just proved that. And Indiana just proved that, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Can I ask you a question, Trigger?
What's up?
If if OKC, let's say Chat, Jalen Williams, and Shea go on to have Russ, KD, and Harden type careers on different teams, can we look back and say that they were a super team for the time they in, or is it because they haven't got to that point yet? Because OKC wasn't really looked at as a super team back then, but if you look at it now, it was a super team.
Yeah, I don't think they were a super team at the time they were playing because Harden was even coming off the bench when he was there.
Right.
That was a terrible strike call.
That's the Robo strike.
But anywho, yeah, so I wouldn't say they were a super team back then because we didn't really see who they were until after they broke those 3 guys up and they went elsewhere. Now when they came back together, or at least when Harden and Durant came together and played with Kyrie in Brooklyn, we got a chance to really see, that was considered a super team given what we saw James Harden do in Houston, what KD did at Golden State, and then obviously Kyrie Irving being Kyrie, what he did in Cleveland and in Boston. But that was considered a super team. But looking back on it, I wouldn't say that was a super team because they were at a different time in their career. They hadn't reached that point that they are now at.
It's funny that you mentioned that. So I want to ask y'all something now. Is SGA the greatest Thunder of all time?
Mm.
I mean, what
It's
has
like the
he done that
conversation.
what has he done that KD and them haven't done? He's won an
Bring a
MVP.
championship to OKC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's won an MVP and now he's won the championship.
And a
Yep.
Finals MVP,
And
Finals MVP.
he's led the league in scoring. So
scoring title.
I say if he can put together a few more seasons at OKC, like he ain't got to win a championship every year because he's already surpassed Russ and KD with just that one championship he
And
won this
and
year.
and it depends if you're bringing Seattle into it too, because I think OKC has. Do they have Seattle's records or they have new records?
we got Seattle's record, but I mean, you got what Gary Payton,
So that's what. Can you say he's the
Sean
best? You said best
Sean
Thunder, so
Kemp. I
yeah.
mean, I would put him ahead of Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. I would say that.
What about Ray Allen?
Yes. Ray Allen's career, man, started in
Boston.
Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, you're right, Milwaukee. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
He did ball out with the Sonics so before he went to Boston.
He did, but I think
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Milwaukee and Boston is where he, but I don't know, man. I'll agree with y'all. He hasn't had enough years. I think what Katie spent 10 years there. Russ spent
They both spent a decent part of their careers there
yeah.
before they got shipped off.
Um, I mean, if he just keeps doing what he's doing, like you said, he ain't got to win every year. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, next 3 to 4 years, yeah, I mean, how can you not put him as the greatest Thunder? I think the only thing that is stopping him is the amount of years he has to put in. This is what his third year with the team.
Yeah, I
No,
think
No,
2019. No, 2019. So this is his 6 year with the
because he
team
got traded there. He got traded from
from LA.
the Clippers. Yep.
So this is 6 year. Yeah, I would put him as the greatest Thunder of all time. Then,
Yeah, I think he is, especially the championship.
yeah.
But you know what's crazy? So KD, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden have all played for Houston. Well, they didn't play because Russ didn't play for Houston. They have all been on Houston.
No, Russ played for Houston.
Russ
Did he
played
play
in
for Houston?
Houston. Yeah,
Yeah, so
him
they
and
all
James
played for Houston.
Harden.
Yeah,
Yep,
during the bubble.
that's right. So he played for Houston. They then played for OKC, and then some have played for the Clippers, and some have played for the Nets.
That's crazy, right? I never even thought of that.
That's
Look at you
crazy.
digging into your journalism.
I looked it up. I was like, hold on. Did Russ
Mhm.
ever play for the Rockets? And I was like, I thought he did. And I was like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
he
did.
did. Yeah. Now, how would it be for KD?
To get Russ there.
You bring a championship to Houston, so now
Oh, he
I,
solidified.
yeah, he solidified. Like if he wins, you can go and retire. But if he
He gonna be
don't,
four.
so if KD wins a title,
He the fourth greatest player of all time in
fourth
Houston. Look at
in Houston or of all time.
in Houston fans' eyes, he the fourth greatest player of all time.
So you got Elijah Wan.
Is he better than Olajuwon if he brings a championship?
No, I think me personally, Akeem Olajuwon is the greatest big.
Olajuwon won 2 championships there, right?
Yeah,
Okay, now
he
he
won
talking.
back to back. Olajuwon's the greatest big man of all time for me.
Bill Russell,
Yeah,
Will Chamberlain.
he's better. Yeah, Elijah Wan was better than both of them. The man had a
Bill Lambier.
Stop. Stop.
the man was
You
not.
just
He
saying
was
that
a
because he's a Detroit, Mal's a
yeah.
Detroit fan.
He was a great defender, and he was great on offense. He could shoot. He had a move named after him, the Dream Shake.
Better than Shaq.
Yes, Shaq was not a good defender,
So Shaq is.
and Hakeem made his free throws. Shaq was just powerful. Shaq was just stronger than
The most
everybody.
Jack was dominant. Like
Yeah, he was
over.
just, but he go up against Olajuwon. Olajuwon took him to school. Look at those playoff series in the mid '90s. Olajuwon took Shaq to school.
Was it young Shaq or old Shaq?
Young Shaq.
It was, I mean, he was still one of the best players in the league in the early '90s.
Chet Holmgren, one of the best players in the league.
No, he not.
No, no,
Chet Holmgren is top 50 in the league.
nope.
Okay, I'll give you top 50.
He top 50, Tricky. I bet you if you do a top 50, OKC gonna probably have 5 players in it.
You'll have SGA, Chet, Jalen. That's about it. Maybe
Caruso.
Caruso. Maybe.
So, Lady Ray, let's get a fan question in. What do you think about your Boston Celtics dismantling their whole team and saying fuck 2026. Inquiring minds want to know. Who y'all got the Miami Heat drafting, Trigger? And who you got the Pistons drafting, Miles?
I have no idea. But Detroit, everybody's where my face at? Oh, there we go. Detroit, everybody's hurt in the East. This is the time to
To
take
go get
advantage.
Giannis.
Take advantage. Boston's not gonna do nothing. Indiana's not gonna be there. New York is so-so. Cleveland is so-so. This is the year to take over.
I'm upset. I'm just would if okay. If you're Detroit, do you go get Jalen Brown?
No, because I don't want that contract.
Well, you got to put some contract somewhere.
No, don't put it on Detroit.
Come on, Mal. You got to have the bacon. You got to have the bacon with Jalen Brown, man.
I'm Muslim. We Muslim over here.
Come on, Giannis or Jalen Brown?
Give me Giannis.
You don't come on, Cade and Jalen.
Nope. They're the same player.
Who better between Cade and Jalen?
I'll pick Cade.
Yeah, I probably go with Cade too.
He got two hands.
Yeah, Jalen still. I have a better left hand dribble than Jalen.
He has a better shot than Jalen Brown too.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Jalen Brown though, because boy, did you remember last year? He had him and his girlfriend Angel Reese at that basketball game.
Kazir Godchik.
I was like, Jalen Brown is the man. So shout out to him. His decision making is not bad off the court.
Oh yeah, he make money off the court. Jalen Brown, smart little brother. He's a
Yeah.
smart brother, very smart brother.
So, but now give me Cade Cunningham, and I don't want Jalen.
What about Derek White?
I'll take Derek White. I'll take him.
I would have took Drew Holiday if I was the Pistons. Get Cade off the ball.
Well, you're not going to trade. You're not trying to get Detroit. You're not going to trade him into the East. You're going to trade him out in the West.
Oh, I know you're gonna trade him out the West, but I mean, hey, money talk at the end of money talk at the end of the day. I don't want to trade KD to the West, but 5 second-round picks and Jalen Green changed my mind. So, all right, fellas. Anything else y'all want to touch?
No, parents. I hope y'all doing all right. I find it crazy, bro. I don't know if I told the story, but like 2 weeks ago, I started my summer job, and the director came.
Yeah, I think.
And I did. Okay.
You said something about it.
Yeah, and he was like, he couldn't stay long because he had his kids with him, and you could fucking hear them tearing up the hallway. He was like, they need to go back to school. I'm like, damn, it's only been a week, and you tired of them already?
Hey,
1 week.
I ain't gonna lie.
Stop seeing, but then you want to sit there and get on the teachers about how to do their job. You can't keep your fucking child for a week. Come on now.
Hey, shout out the school system. I got all my kids will be in school next year. We got preschool approved. Thank you for the school board for bending the rules. Not bending the rules. They
But who going to preschool?
Ava.
Ain't she like 2?
No, Ava about to be 5 in March.
Shut the hell up.
Really? Well, I thought
She
she was
ain't about to
younger
be
than
no goddamn 5. She not even talking yet.
Yeah, shit, bro. What?
5?
Yeah, Ava gonna be 5. Ava talking, man. You ain't.
Lady
bro.
Ray is Ava gonna be 5 next March.
She's born
How you
2021.
gonna ask somebody that ain't your house every day? That's so disrespectful.
Look,
He gonna ask Lady Ray, and you there every day.
let me know if y'all can hear this.
Hey, look, another strikeout. Guess who?
Let me know if y'all can hear this.
I'm close. Getting close. Let me have to go.
We not. You ain't never closed for money, baby.
Oh,
Don't
So
show your
damn,
money.
how
Just say,
long
hey,
you
how
and
can I
your-
help you today, sir?
how can I help you, Dick?
All right, he took too long. Have a lucky day. That's a little thing in her store. Have a lucky day.
Damn, I
like
didn't know
that.
she was 5. We getting old, y'all.
Yeah, she's
So
born
you
March
had
2021.
her at 28.
Yeah, that's what I was in
I don't know why I
2021.
thought you was 30 when you had her.
No, bro. My my oldest graduate high school in 2030, and my youngest is gonna graduate 14 years. So I'll be 47 when my youngest is graduating high school.
Mm.
That's all 5 done, baby. At
We're going.
47.
We're
Unless
going
you
to.
have another one.
No,
We're
no,
going
Katie
to
won't let
Puerto
me.
Rico.
I be trying to shoot the club up. Hey, look. Hey, that 2,000 on them taxes look good, baby. Look.
I thought it was 5,000.
Hey, it's up to 2,000 now, but yeah, that money look good. It help out, baby. I'm starting to think about. Hey, look, I'm about to go to daycare. We ain't do daycare, but I'm about to start paying for daycare because they give you that back on your taxes too. All that stuff, bro. That's why I said get married and have kids is the ultimate tax inside of real estate and business owners. But
I'm not gonna sit there and get married just so I can get a good tax refund. Cause what you don't explain, then you got to deal with this crazy ass woman,
you gotta deal with
24/7.
crazy ass women anyway.
Mm.
Come on, brother, go ahead. You just man. I just want to get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress with a tax check.
Mm.
With a tax
Yep.
check, baby. Hey, we going to Cabo. Hey, but no, I mean I'm scared though, man. I'm scared, man. My little girl about to be going to school, man. Elijah going to 8th grade. Micah going to 5th. Seamus going to 3rd. Roman going to 2nd. Yeah, man.
Damn, just back to back to back to back.
Yeah. Hey, get it out the way, baby. We like our championships back to back. Why not? Hey, look. When I won't get the prize, I get the prize back to back to back to back.
All them damn graduation parties, boy.
Right.
Hey,
Hey, no, we're gonna have a joint one. Hey, the first to last gonna have to sacrifice whichever one. Don't do that. You give them back. You can give them. Man, I ain't giving no kids back. I love all my kids. I just hope y'all get good jobs so daddy can retire at 50. Once y'all get out college, yeah, I'm done. Me and Trick gonna be in the golf court. Miles, you coming too? We're gonna teach you how to play.
I don't want to play no golf, man. Putt's my game.
Hey, you say that. I think Miles will like golf, Trick. I think
I
he'll love
think he
golf.
would. I think he
No,
would too.
the sport I like is pickleball.
I want to get on that.
That's the sport right there.
Where you play at?
Huh?
Where you play at?
No, we did it for our professional development, and it's just fun. But I might start going up to Rockwood and play that jump.
They got one out here. They got a little course out here. They built $300,000, and they built one in the Berg too.
Damn.
They got an indoor one. It's either paddle or pickleball in Richmond coming.
Okay.
But yeah, golf. I want to get in the golf, Trick. I'm getting. I gotta get the clubs and go to the driving range and start hitting some balls. Pause.
That's all it is. That's all it takes.
They putting you in a home. They ain't gonna put me in no home. I'll go to retirement home. I want to go to the expensive one in Miami. Hey, come on now, y'all tripping. But all right, I'm Be Wise.
I'm Miles.
I'm tricking.
Don't eat yellow snow. We out until
You gotta
next
worry
time.
about that for a long time.
Hey, this heat wave, godly.
Right.
Hey, y'all stay hydrated. And if you drinking beer, make sure you drink water. If you drinking wine, whatever, hydrate. Or you gonna be seeing Trigger. Gotta go. Love y'all.
Leave the door